Plant house path. Catherine. Okay, again that. What if I allow you, Adrian, to look at the statue? Adrian! May! I didn't go to the hearing because... Because what? Tell me. I want to know. After all that walking around, wandering around, after didn't know. Oh May, something. Maybe. She smiled. Let's go left. Oh, he probably said that, well, I kinda lost in the place. I stopped waiting for May. I think right now, it doesn't matter which way we go, we can only get to the center by chance. Let's go this way then. I think I can hear the fountain now. It should be this way. That corner should lead us to the center. We stood there watching the fountain in silence. Somehow we wanted to stay there until we were satisfied because we'd spent so much time in the maze. Do we go now? I asked. Yeah, let's go and... And what? They are holding hands. Yay! I have a camera, May said barely audibly. She had it with her, in her backpack, and she wanted to take some pictures. She reached into her backpack, asked me to hold it. And she was so close to me. I could hear her breathe. I was... Adrian? She's closer. And closer. And... the loading screen. May posed for a picture and I just walked to her and embraced her, wanted to ask her to never leave me, to tell her that I would move back to Cape Mimony, and that I didn't want to drive back to Helliony alone, while she drives back to Cape Mimony too. All these things, I was not able to say them. My legs got weak, and... May. She held me in silence and buried her face into my shoulder. I don't want to go back alone, Adrian. And Cape Mimony is closer. Let us drive back together. You can stay with me tonight. Please. And we can drive to Helliony tomorrow if you want. It's Sunday. It's... Yeah. Oh, so I didn't have to save. Do I want to check Aglaia or Valerie? I mean, I think the ending with Valerie has no sense, actually. Let's go with 5. I have to think. Oh, I have to choose like that. Okay. I felt a soft coldness on my face. The air around me was crisp, and I felt I was outside. I was outside because I had very light drizzle on my face It wasn't even a drizzle, more like a soft spray, tiny raindrops. Then I started to hear sounds from a distance. I noticed these sounds more and more, focusing on their monotonous nature. I heard the rustling of the trees in the wind. I now felt as I breathed the moisture in the air. I thought to myself that the moisture I felt was probably from the drizzle. I started to feel my hands, and I tried to move my fingers. It was exhausting, and then I felt a force pushing me. I heard the sound of wheels and steps, and I was sitting. I realized I was sitting in a wheelchair. My eyes felt so heavy I couldn't open them. I tried, but all of a sudden the motion stopped. I was brought to a standstill. "Hi," she said. "Wait, don't tell me you fucking crashed with your plane." I couldn't answer. I scrambled to find something to say. "Do you know my name?" Your name is Valerie Tukio." "Yeah, and you remember your name?" "My name." Suddenly my eyes even started to hurt, as they did whenever I was about to cry. "Yeah, your name. Do you remember?" My name. It is..." I gathered all my strength to say it in a steady voice. "My name is Adrian Ilianu," I said. "And do you remember how old are you, Adrian?" Face. Valerie. Older. "Yeah, I'm 25. My birthday will be September 13th, 2013. "Well, that sucks, because I think you're 34. "Please. It is important for you to get this information slowly, Adrian. Tell me, Valerie. Please." "You are in Altanahid. It's an old observatory that has been repurposed as a sanatorium. You were transferred here after you showed signs of regaining consciousness." Consciousness? Last day in memory. November 2nd, 2013. Today, November 15th, 2026. Oh fuck. 13 years. Will I ever walk again? Yeah, the accident didn't. Probably a bus. What? Wait, so a bus. Did he got hit by a bus or something walking out of your place after getting that stopped? And probably a bus. A bus. There was a bus. I had been in a bus. What? I remembered. The bus was there. I remembered. The bus went from Nisa Street and turned left as it made its way away from the city center. Outside lane. I was sitting by the window near the driver, only 2 rows behind. It was a nice place to be. It was already quite cold outside. The drizzle fell almost constantly at the time of the year in Cape Mimoni. And so in a bus it was really comfortable, even though it was full of people. The heating was on, and the late afternoon or early evening scenery was passing by my eyes in a shocking blur. The street lamps started to come on. There were not too many stops, therefore the bus could stay in the outside lane for a while, before pulling over and stopping to let people out. When the doors closed and we were back on our way, I continued to watch the lights of the opposing traffic go past me. We were soon going to reach the traffic bridge, and I was looking forward to seeing the bay where the river flows into the sea, but then, all of a sudden, something shook us. The bus made an unexpected motion to the side, as if the driver was going to steer. In the oncoming lane, I could only watch as the other cars crashed into the barriers around the road, trying to avoid a collision with our bus as it dived into the opposite lane right into the oncoming traffic. For no apparent reason. I remembered something blue, a car, perhaps crashing to the side of the bus. The bus moved back into the lane it had come from, for it seemed everything was already out of the driver's hands. The side of the bus was now exposed, and the last thing I saw was another car uncontrollably crashing to the side of the bus, directly where I was sitting. The bus stopped and I felt my head hit the window. The window's glass cracked. I thought it wasn't that bad, since the glass didn't break, and I seemed to be fine, but then something huge hit us from the front, and I could only assume it was a truck. The force of the impact was so big, it could only have been something as large as the bus. The truck that hit us, and the bus deformed and bent in the middle instantly, and all I could see was a grey mass of metal moving towards me. I could imagine that this truck was also out of control, that this must be a huge chain of accidents, and that it will be a lot of work before it gets cleaned up. In those seconds I thought that maybe I should walk home. Surely there are going to be big roadblocks in both lanes, traffic will be slow, and I wanted to get home before 7. You remember that, Adrian? Yeah, and I'm so very sorry I was not listening to you, and I apologize because I remember Valerie talking about my accident and mentioning the bus, and I have interrupted her. It's alright, Adrian, we have time. Reason for crash. But what about other women? Females? They don't care? What kind of injuries? That I know of head injuries, internal bleeding, and I think 3 broken bones in both of your legs. Painful. Isn't it the park? We should go inside now. No, please, I would like to stay outside. You don't need to push me, I will manage. It's alright. That's not a problem. I will push you if you want to stay outside. We can stay. There is another pub behind the walls over there. I realized. Colors. All the colors, I didn't see them. Suddenly I was overcome by panic and shame. I felt like an idiot. How could I have not noticed this? Perhaps I knew, but I didn't realize it. Perhaps I remembered colors, but now I could plainly see that they were gone. Really gone. The colors were gone. Adrian, are you alright? Is something the matter? Everything is grey, black, white, Valerie. I don't see any colors. Everything is grey, Valerie. After a while, my panic went away. Valerie had given me some medication to help me calm my mind. She was very kind to me. I have something for you. Please take this notebook, and if you feel like writing something down, it can help you. Writing down your thoughts when you are alone, it can really help. With that, she gave me a nice notebook with a pen attached to it. Thank you. For the remainder of the walk, we were silent. There were only sounds.